Hello guys, very good evening everyone. Please, if any one of you can confirm that I'm audible and visible, you can just type yes in the Q&A box. Just type yes in the Q&A box to confirm that I am audible and visible. Perfect. Thank you so much, Arundhati. Okay guys, I think so it's 5:08. We can start with the session. We can start with today's session. I hope you guys know as to what is the agenda for meeting today. Okay, so one second. Yeah, so good evening everyone. This is Karan Agarwal. I'm a chartered accountant, qualified ACCA member, CFA level 3 pass out and certified FRM. Today we are here to discuss about the CFA course, the CFA curriculum. I will be trying to entertain all your queries with respect to CFA course. Right from scratch, brick by brick, we'll be handling the queries, we'll be handling the things which form part of this curriculum from start to end. Kuch bhi queries you can drop in the Q&A box. I will be personally trying to entertain all the queries. If at all at the end of session I'm not able to solve the query, I'll be trying to connect you through one of the counselors who will then help you out with respect to any personalized matter which you have with respect to the course. So let's start. CFA Chartered Financial Analyst. How many of you know the meaning of the word chartered? The term chartered means supreme. So basically, after completing the CFA course, you will be classified as a Supreme Financial Analyst, CFA. This program is being administered by CFA Institute, which is situated in US. US में headquarter है, and the program is being governed by that particular institute. Today, we are going to discuss about what is CFA, what is the benefits of doing CFA, what are the job profiles which you can get after clearing CFA, what are the subjects, how difficult the subjects are, how many levels are there, what is the passing percentage, what is the cost involved, what is the return on investment, etc. So stay tuned for the next 40-45 minutes. I'll be completing the entire slide for you guys. Global recognition. CFA Institute has more than 1,70,000 charter holders. What do you mean by charter holders? Charter holders are people who have qualified CFA level 3. There are 3 levels in the CFA program. A person who has qualified CFA level 3, signed the professional conduct statement, paid the CFA Institute membership fees, and have the work experience which is required by CFA Institute. If all these conditions are met, then you can call yourself a CFA charter holder. Basically, CFA Institute will be giving you the right to call yourself a charter holder. If any of the conditions I said are not satisfied, then you cannot claim charter holder. If you clear the level 3 of CFA, still you cannot call yourself a charter holder. You have to meet all other conditions as well. Okay. So who work in industry's most prominent firms, including JP Morgan, United Bank of Scotland, RBC, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, BAML, HSBC, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup. So by reading all these names, you must be clear that as a CFA, you will be working in top-notch companies, basically investment banks, basically finance department of a company, banks, NBFCs, investment banks. These are some of the areas which are reserved for CFA members, CFA pass outs, CFA student. Active CFA member societies are available in more than 50 countries. Just 1 minute back, I told you that CFA Institute is in USA, the headquarters is in USA, but yes, we have local CFA Institute member societies. So when you qualify as a CFA, you can be a part of this member societies. It is just to create good networks. You will understand as time goes that your networking is ultimately going to be helpful for you to fetch a job, to fetch clients in case you are in freelancing business. And that is the reason CFA member societies help you share your knowledge with the other CFA members, and it can help you connect with people within the same domain. CFA program is recognized by 60+ regulators in more than 40+ markets. So across the world, across the regulators, this curriculum is designed in such a way that it has been accepted and recognized by so many regulators. So the CFA program is not specific to India, it is not specific to US, it is globally recognized. Over 125 colleges and universities accept majority of the CFA curriculum in their own courses. So basically, you can say that the curriculum is designed in such a way that even universities and colleges accept this into their own courses. Employers recognize CFA charter holders as a definitive standard by which to measure competence, integrity, dedication of serious investment professionals. So this point seriously says that a person who is a CFA charter holder and a person who is just a graduate, just a normal common graduate, obviously, what do you think will be the employment potential of two people? There is only one vacancy in an organization. Obviously, a more qualified person, a person who is interested in the finance, which is also reflected from the qualification he has, will have a better opportunity, better chance of landing into a job. Practical skills, you will realize that the curriculum is designed in a very practical manner. The knowledge which will be imparted to you within the boundaries of the curriculum will be very much as per the current real world trends. This is not like something which has been designed 10 years back and not updated. Aisa nahi hota hai. They actually try to update it. Now, if you know cryptocurrencies, blockchain, this is the concept which has been developed very recently. Very recently, people have started talking about it, and therefore CFA Institute has done a very good job of introducing the concept of blockchain and cryptocurrency, bitcoins, everything into the curriculum itself, so that students who are going through the CFA program should know, should be well aware about the concepts which has been developed of lately. CFA program, the agenda for today's CFA program, I'll be talking something about EduPristine and how EduPristine can help you in the CFA course, and I'll be giving you the contact information, so on and so forth. CFA Certification Eligibility. Can anyone start with CFA program? The answer is no. You have to meet the minimum eligibility to start with the CFA level 1 exam. Like I said, there are 3 levels or 3 parts of CFA program. Level 1, any final year graduate can appear for CFA level 1. That means if you are not a final year graduate or you have not done your graduation, you cannot start with your CFA program. Passport is mandatory, very important. Passport is just like your admit card to give your paper. You need a valid passport which is not expired to give your papers. So whenever you go to the center, the passport will be your identity. You cannot use any other government document to prove your identity. Passport is must. Even at the time of registration to the CFA Institute website, when you try to create your profile, they will be asking you the expiry date of the passport number, which you will have to add before moving ahead. CFA level 2 exam, you should have completed your graduation and cleared CFA level 1. You can give your level 2 exam only after graduation completion and level 1 completion. Level 3 you can give only after completing level 2. So this is a step-by-step process. Level 1, then level 2, and then level 3. CFA membership. This is what I was talking about a few minutes back when I said that a charter holder is one who has cleared CFA level 3 exam, who has a work experience required by CFA Institute. What is that work experience? 36 months of work experience in the field of investment decision making. So anything where you were involved in investment decision making activity can be classified as 36 months experience. This 36 months experience can be before, during, or after CFA program. That means even before starting CFA, you completed your 36 months experience, very well acceptable. During CFA, you completed your 36 months experience, acceptable. After CFA is also acceptable. Believe me, CFA Institute is not very much strict about this 36 months of work experience. Rather, they will be really very happy to give you CFA membership, and you can claim your CFA charter holder. The main problem is first clearing all the 3 levels of CFA. All this work experience of 36 months, signing the professional conduct statement, all this is secondary. The 36 months of work experience should translate it to approximately 4,000 hours over a period of 3 years. About exam administered by CFA Institute. The minimum time to clear all the 3 levels is around 1 to 1.5 years. So there was a time when I gave my CFA paper, it was around 2.5 to 3 years to complete the entire level 3. Now they have rechecked everything. They have changed the format of the paper. They have changed the testing pattern. They have changed the curriculum to some extent, and they have also changed the frequency within which you can give your paper. During my times, I could give my paper only once a year. Level 2 and level 3 was once a year. Level 1 was twice a year. Things have changed now. Level 1 4 times in a year. Level 2 and level 3 twice a year. This helps and ensures that you qualify faster than ever before. CFA Institute membership and local society membership. This is what I was speaking in the previous slide. Education and work experience. 36 months of experience with level 3, which is the education requirements. Completion of the CFA program ultimately help you to claim your CFA charter. Very important slide for every one of you. CFA exam subjects. I'll be digging deep into the slides. Basically, once again, there are 3 levels, level 1, 2, 3. If you check, there are 10 subjects. Ethics, quantitative methods, also known as quants. Basically, simple language में mathematics है. Third, economics. Fourth, FRA, financial reporting and analysis. This is nothing but your accounts. Fifth is corporate finance. Sixth, equity. Seventh, fixed income. Eighth, derivatives. Ninth, alternative investments. And 10th is portfolio management. So this makes a total of 10 subjects in your CFA program in level 1 and level 2. What is this figures? This figure indicates the weightages. This figure indicates the weightages. That means out of 100% of the paper, 15 to 20% you can say it will be ethics. 13 to 17% will be FRA. So I can say that in level 1, the majority marks is being driven by 2 subjects, ethics as well as FRA. All the 10 subjects will be tested in one single day. ऐसा नहीं है कि you have to go to the exam center 10 times. No, in one single day, you will be completing all the 10 papers. The paper pattern is MCQ based. That means out of 3 options, you have to select the correct option. No workings to be shown. Select the correct option. You'll be getting marks. Don't select the correct option. वो incorrect हो जाएगा. No workings to be shown. Nothing. A proper place for working notes will be given. You can do your working notes. Working notes will not be checked. Select the correct answer. That's it. It will obviously be a mix of practical plus theory. Some subjects like ethics. Some subjects like ethics is pure theory. Pure theory. You cannot expect anything practical. There is one more subject which is pure theory, which is economics. So economics and ethics will be pure theory. Other subjects will be a mix of theory plus practical. A key to pass level 1 exam is to prepare well for ethics as well as for FRA because they are highest weightage papers. Why have we kept ethics in bold? The reason is the curriculum for level 1 ethics, level 2 ethics and level 3 ethics is exactly same. There are hardly any changes in level 2 and level 3 ethics. The only thing which changes is the difficulty level. Level 2 difficulty for ethics will be slightly higher than level 1. Level 3 difficulty will be slightly higher than level 2. Nothing else. Level 1 and 2 is completely MCQ based. Level 3 is first half theory subjective based and second half once again MCQ based. So this is how things work in level 1 plus level 2 and then level 3. The difference between level 1 and level 2 is level 2 mein once again there will be MCQ, but MCQ will be based on paragraph, passages or vignettes as they say. Each level requires 250 to 350 hours. Rather, CFA Institute have done one survey in which they realized that around 300 hours of studies are required for clearing each and every level. If you can devote level 1 300 hours, you are good to go. Level 2 300 hours, you are good to go. Level 3 300 hours, you are good to go. Why have we given a range of 250 to 350 hours? If you have a prior qualification, a prior work experience of working in the finance field, there are chances that you take less hours, less number of hours. Maybe you can clear in 200 to 250 hours. But there are chances that you are a complete fresher, have no idea about anything, about any of these subjects. You can sometimes take 350 to 400 hours as well. The average says 300 hours. Is it important to clear in all the 10 papers to qualify for level 1? The answer is no. The answer is no. There are chances that you perform very well in the 9 subject and you don't perform in derivatives as a subject, which is a 5% weightage. Acceptable, you will still be, most probably will still be qualifying your level 1. But qualifying individually for ethics is utmost important. There is a rumor that if you don't clear for ethics, you are not going to qualify for the next level. This is applicable for all the 3 levels. CFA Institute gives huge weightages to the concept of ethics, and therefore ethics is a significant part of the curriculum in all the 3 levels. So level 1 and 2 में तुमने देखा होगा there are 10 subjects, but at level 3 there are only 7 subjects because cons, FRA and corporate finance has a 0% weightage. Level 1 and 2, 10 subjects, level 3, 7 subjects. Anything you want me to ask with respect to curriculum, तो अभी पूछ सकता हूँ. Anything you want me to ask with respect to curriculum, you can ask me right now. Passing percentage. Chalo, talking about passing percentage. Passing percentage for level 1 will be around 45%. That means out of every 100 students, 45 students are going to clear the level. For level 2, it is around 50%. For level 3, it is around 55%. The passing percentage keeps on increasing. You can say that approximately 55% passing percentage increase हो जाएगा. 45% एक standard mark नहीं है. It can range from 45 to 50. Level 2 can range from 50 to 55, or level 3 can range from, once again, from 50 to 55. Generally, the passing percentage in level 1 is less because they want only cream candidates to go for level 2 and only cream candidates to go once again for level 3. If I want to speak theoretically, level 2 is considered as one of the most difficult level in the entire CFA course. You qualify level 1, it's simple. You qualify level 3, it's again simple. Level 2 qualify karna is difficult. Why? Because first of all, the shift from level 1 to level 2 is very big. That big shift creates a very big problem, and that is why level 2 is considered as the most difficult. And there are people who qualify level 2 and they stop giving CFA exams. I don't suggest this, but yes, there are people who do this, and even employers will be able to judge your competency after level 2. Generally, you will be able to fetch a job after clearing your level 2 paper. Level 1 के बाद getting a job is difficult. Level 2 के बाद it is comparatively easier. Okay. CFA exam pattern. So things have changed a lot after Feb 2021, which is the first computer-based test. Previously, the exam pattern was paper-based. When I gave my paper, I remember writing on papers or selecting the correct answers in the OMR sheets. From Feb 2021, they realized that they need to change the exam pattern, and they completely revamped things. Previously, there used to be one day, you used to go to the center, give the exam. All the students used to do this. Now there is a self-scheduled 10-day exam window. In this exam window, you can, in this 10-day period, you can go to the center, book the exam for any particular day, go to the center, give the examination. Majorly, I feel that this has been done because of COVID-19 problems, that they cannot create they basically have to follow social distancing guidelines, and therefore they are giving us 10-day window on which you can book the examination so as to avoid lots of crowd in a particular center. Previously, there used to be 240 examination. Now there are 180 questions. Previously, there were 240 questions. Now there are 180 questions, and therefore the number of questions have reduced in level 1 paper. This 180 questions are divided into 90 questions and 90 questions. The first 90 question is in the first half, and the balance 90 question is in the second half of the session. So yes, the paper is divided into 2.25 hours, that is 2 hours 15 minutes and 2 hours 15 minutes. You can take an optional break in between. For example, you start, the first half will be for 2 hours 15 minutes. You can take an optional break of 30 minutes. and once again start with the second part of the session. But both the parts will be given on the same day itself. So 2 hour 15 minutes, 2 hour 15 minutes in total, you'll be giving like 4.5 hours of examination. Previously, when there were 120 question, there used to be 3 hours, that is 6 hours of exams. The exam pattern is completely MCQ based. It is a computer based test. That means there is no OMR sheets. You have to select the answers on the computer. Each exam is 4.5 hours long, split between morning and afternoon sessions. And like I said, there is a optional half an hour break. If you don't want the break, you can continue for 4.5 hours continuously. If you want that half an hour break, you are allowed to go out and once again come back within a window of that 30 minutes and go for the afternoon session. The level 2 is composed of item set question and is now offered twice a year. Previously, like I said, it was being offered once a year. Now it is being offered twice a year in the month of May and August. Level 3 once again being offered twice a year. If I want to talk about score metrics, generally less than 50% is considered as poor, 51 to 70% is considered as average, and above 70% is considered as above average. If you clear with more than 70% correct answers, then you can very well be sure that you will be qualifying to the next level. Key to crack level 1 paper is performing well in ethics as well as FRA. This is something I have already discussed. For level 1, these are the deadlines. These are the examinations. Feb, May, August and November. Level 2, May and August. Level 3, May and November. The exam centers are all the metro cities, basically Mumbai, Kolkata, Jaipur, Lucknow, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad. All the metro cities are having exam centers. If you are living in a remote location, you will have to travel down, come down to the nearest center to give the examination. Final test center confirmation will be displayed on the admission ticket. The admission ticket will be emailed to you and it will be available on the CFA Institute portal. You can log in to the portal and download the admission ticket, take a printout and go to the exam center. All the levels of CFA exams have shifted from paper-based to computer-based. Flexibility to quickly and lively adjust the changing landscape. Obviously, they have done this after COVID-19. They realized that paper-based exams ka koi matlab nahi hai. They have shifted themselves to computer-based. Increase the number of exam administration for every level. Previously in Mumbai, there used to be like just 1 or 2 centers. Now the number of centers have increased in Mumbai itself. A fully digital format aligns to the real world professional environment, allowing us to better model the tasks and problem solving needs of today's finance professionals. So they have realized that after qualifying, people are going to work in Excel, they are going to work on word processing formats, they are going to work on computers and laptops. So why not take the exams also on the computers? Schedule for 2021 exams, schedule for 2022 exams. So 2021 is basically the year of transition when they are changing everything right from the paper format, paper curriculum and the months in which they take the exam. Level 1, Feb, May, August, November. Feb, May, August, November. Level 2, in 2021 they planned May and August. From 2022, it will be in the month of Feb and August. Level 3, it will be in the month of May and November. I feel we are in July. We are planning for level 1. We should focus on 2022 Feb examination right now. A candidate cannot repeat the same level or write the same level in next level in the immediate next quarter. That means they say that there has to be a mandatory approximately 6 months gap. Mandatory 6 months gap to give the paper. For example, you give the paper in the month of Feb 2022. March, April, May, June, July, August. Yes, 6 months ka gap aa jayega. Level 2 you can give in the month of August. Can you give level 3 in the month of November, September, October, November? No, there is no 6 months gap. You cannot give level 3 in 2022 November if you start with Feb 2022 as level 1. Samajh mein aata, even if you qualify each and every level in the first attempt itself. But yes, because of multiple exams during the year, your time frame within which you can qualify the 3 levels have reduced drastically. This is the exam schedule for 2022. The immediate next exam for level 1 for 2022 will be in the month of Feb. Registration. What is the process for registration? To register an exam, sign in to your account and complete the registration process. They will be asking you basic KYC details, just like you log into any of the social media profile. Same way, they'll be asking you some of the questions. Answer them honestly. They'll be asking you basic KYC. They'll be asking you the passport number, the passport expiry date, and on making the payment, you will be able to book the next exam window. Select the appropriate exam cycle, provide the requested information, complete the payment process. Exam appointment karna hai, log in, select the CFA program tile, set your exam appointment, pay the fees. The fee payment will be made in dollars. So you need an international debit or credit card on which the international payments are activated. Computer-based testing, exam day experience. Exams will be delivered in proctored exam centers. Proctored exam centers, proctor is the examiner who will be standing at the time when you are giving the papers. Robust security measures are in place. There is no scope of cheating or copying at any point of time. Each testing center will monitor candidates for cheating in any form. They have security cameras everywhere, and they will be monitoring those security cameras. And if they feel that you have copied at any point of time, they will be creating a charge sheet and ultimately asking for the reasons as to why your results should not be withheld. I have personally seen CFA Institute taking actions against people who are cheating in the exams. So don't even think about it. Candidates will be provided with the writing materials to use during the examination. The writing materials will be provided by them. You will be allowed to use the calculators, and there are 2 types of calculators which are allowed: Texas Instruments BA2 Plus and HPCA 12C. Generally, people use Texas Instrument BA2 Plus. This is the calculator which you will have to buy to study for your papers. Whatever calculations will be done only on these 2 calculators. You cannot use any other calculator in the exam, and you will not be able. You will not be allowed to enter the examination without this particular calculator. इसमें एक प्रोफेशनल कैलकुलेटर भी आता है, Texas Instrument BA2 Plus Professional. You need not use it. I have. This is how your calculators will look like. The calculator will cost you around $2,000 to $2,500. Each exam appointment will include time allotted for candidate pledge, tutorial and survey, session 1, optional break, and then session 2. So if you remember, I said there is an optional break between session 1 and session 2. What is this candidate pledge? Before starting, there are certain instructions which CFA Institute wants you to read. After you read it, you take an oath or a pledge, and then you will be allowed to start with session 1. Computer-based testing, check-in process. Candidates should arrive at least 30 minutes before the exam scheduled time. Your exam, suppose, is at 9 a.m. in the morning. You have to reach the center at least at 8:30. Proctors will greet the candidate and direct the candidate to store your personal belongings. Proctor will review your ID, your passport. Proctor will be providing you paper, writing utensil, basically pencils, erasers, paper, everything will be given to you in the center itself. You cannot carry anything on your own. Candidate will be allowed to use only the approved calculator. Like I said, these are the only 2 approved calculators which can be used. Proctor can escort candidate to the assigned computer and initiate the examination. Once the exam is initiated, you cannot leave the exam unless you complete it. Study materials. What all things are required to study for the paper? First of all, CFA Institute will be giving you their own materials. You will be getting the soft copy of the CFA Institute materials once you sign up for the CFA Institute exam. The soft copy will be emailed to you on your registered email ID. If you want to buy the hard copies, then you will have to pay certain extra fees to the CFA Institute. They will ship the hard copy core institute material from USA to India. उसके लिए तुमको एक additional amount pay करना पड़ेगा. I have not seen many students doing it. If you still want, you can buy the hard copy, but soft copies are anyway available for free. Hands-on material by EduPristine in the form of presentation. Basically, there are 10 subjects and it becomes very difficult for a student to revise everything one day before exam. So you need some sort of summary, and which is provided by EduPristine in the form of presentations. You can use it to refer and recollect all your concepts. Online LMS login will be given. Basically, we have a system of learning management system wherein the concept videos and the faculty lectures will be recorded so that you can refer to that at a later point of time, at the time of revision, plus PDF videos, concept videos, and will also be offered to you. Question banks will be given by EduPristine. Important notes by faculties during the lectures. So faculties will be giving their own independent notes. I generally give my own independent notes whenever required. Question bank is available for you to practice before the examination. Once again, there is a recognized author, Schwezer, whose books most of the students buy. You can use those books for practice, for revision, and the question bank and mock papers are also available in those books. Calculators, HP 12C, Texas BA2 plus Texas BA2 Professional. So if you remember, I said that most of the students buy the middle calculator, Texas BA2 plus wala. Fee schedule. For November 2021, the early registration deadline has gone. You can register for November 2021 latest by 10th of August by making the payment of standard fee. The difference between early and standard fee is around $300. 75 rupees exchange rate है. तुम लोग खुद calculate कर लो कितना difference आता है. If you plan for November 2021, you will have to pay a total of $1,450 to the CFA Institute. If you plan to book for Feb 2022, once again, you just have 10th of August as the early registration deadline, wherein you have to pay $1,150 to the CFA Institute. This cost is divided into two: exam registration and enrollment fee. Enrollment fee is a one-time fee which is being paid to the CFA Institute, one-time fee of $450, and then exam registration. If you don't qualify level 1 in the first attempt, once again to book the level 1 exam, you will have to pay the fee $700, $1,000 once again, depending on the time within which you are registering. For more information about the exam dates and fees, you can refer to this particular link. Anyway, everything is available on Google for free. I would request you to Google CFA Institute, check all the important tabs and read about the CFA Institute, the course, the curriculum, the cost involved, everything which is available on the CFA Institute website as well. 2021 important exam dates. If you plan to give it in the month of November, basically you will have to register by 10th of August by paying $1,450. If you plan for Feb 2022, I would suggest pay it as soon as possible in order to save $300. $300 will translate into approximately 25,000 INR. This is the important dates. Once again, this slide is taken from the CFA Institute website only. If you want, you can just take a snap of this particular slide. Interpreting the CFA results. CFA Institute will not give you a clear-cut results. Basically, you will not know how much exact you have scored in each and every subject. They will be giving you something of this sort. This tells you whether you have cleared your paper or not, cleared your level or not. This middle dotted line is the minimum marks you have to score before clearing. And this solid blue line talks about your performance in the exam. Since your performance is above this minimum level, you have cleared your paper. Since your performance in the second case is below the minimum level, you have not cleared. And since your performance is exactly on this dotted line, this is a borderline case, you have just cleared the paper with the passing marks. This topmost line represents the 90 percentile, and if your performance is above this, you can very well say that you take a pride in saying that you are within the top 10% of the candidates who have cleared the paper, who have cleared that particular level. Generally, the results come within 60 days of your paper for level 1 and level 2, or level 3 ke liye within 90 days. Because level 3 mein there is a subjective element, so paper checking takes time and therefore 90 days. Level 1, level 2 ka 60 days ke andar aayega. The result will be given to you well in advance, and you will be getting the results on your email ID पे automatically तुमको email आ जाएगा whether you have cleared or not for this particular level. Who employs CFA charter holder? Very important. CFA charter holder provides you with a strong foundation, variety of career choices. Once again, a snap taken from CFA Institute website directly. 23% of the people after qualifying CFA go for investment company, mutual funds, wealth management, family office, trust company 16%, broker dealer, buy side, sell side 16%, consultancy 8%, so on and so forth. So these are the general job profiles after clearing your CFA exams. Job descriptions: financial modeling analyst. So you will be employed by a company requiring you to do financial modeling for them. Basically, you will be having data for last 5 years. You will be asked to create a projection for the next 10 years, depending on the growth of the industry, growth of the sector, the market share of the company, market size of the sector, the earnings growth, the expenses growth, the profitability, and then perform a valuation of that particular company. Financial research: once again, you are employed by a broker, for example, Angel Broking, Zerodha. These are the brokers which will have the research desk. You'll be employed there. You will be given a particular sector. You will be researching on that particular sector, maybe by talking to the CEOs, CFOs of the company within that particular sector, understanding the business of the company. Once again, creating a financial model, valuation, and determining the share price. Equity research, somewhat of the same area. This is like giving calls of buy, hold, and sell to the prospective clients of the broker. Credit analyst, or this is where you will be employed by a bank. For example, you will be employed in the credit department of the Axis Bank. The credit department of the Axis Bank will be hiring you, and you will be making a decision as to whether advance a loan to a particular borrower or not, by looking at their profiles, by looking at his business, by looking at his existing credibility, and looking at his existing loans, ultimately deciding whether to give go ahead on giving loans to that particular borrower or not. Banking jobs: basically banking jobs are available in lot after qualifying CFA. Analyst, fund fact sheet, fund accounting, analyst indexing. It can include exposure to stock exchanges, debt instruments, mergers and acquisitions. These are the areas which are reserved for a hardcore finance professional. Project manager, pricing, operation, process management, pricing a fixed income product. A company willing to borrow money by issuing bonds. So at what price should it issue the bond? The pricing of the bond, the interest rate which it should offer, everything forms part of the arena which the CFA qualified person works. Financial consultancy, research associate, credit officer. So these are some of the job profiles, common job profiles where a CFA works. Chalo, okay. So companies who employ CFA charter holders: Citigroup, CRISIL, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Nomura, SBI, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. So these are some of the top-notch companies which employ CFA charter holders, because once again, these are firms, industries in financial services, in the domain of financial services, and as a CFA charter holder, it will be a good match for you guys. So if you plan to work in such top-notch companies, then I feel that CFA is a qualification for you guys. About EduPristine, in the next 2 minutes, let me cover the entire slide, then I'll be taking your queries. EduPristine is the largest, oldest, best authorized training partner for CFA program in India. We train approximately 2,000 CFA aspirants every year. So that is a very, very commendable number. As an institute, we take pride in saying this. We are an authorized training partner for CFA in India. Basically, EduPristine is a member of Telum Global Education. This is a New York Stock Exchange listed company with the ticker symbol of ETG. The headquarters of this particular company is in US. It is a $1.2 billion company and it is spread across 145 locations. We teach around 1,42,000 degree-seeking students, and basically we are a training provider for courses in accountancy and finance. So the courses which we take is ACCA, we take CFA, we take CPA, we take CMA, we take FRM, we take BAT. So these are the courses in the field of accounting and finance. EduPristine was founded in the year 2008. We have a strong presence both in online as well as offline batches. Operations in 6 cities, faculty pool of 600 experts. We provide soft skill training, job assistance, etc. How things work at EduPristine, we generally give a session for 120 hours for each level. Specifically talking about level 1, we have session for 120 hours. Generally on weekends, when we take the sessions, it is for 5 hours, and therefore within 24 weekends, we'll be able to complete the portion well within time. The lecture time, like I said, will be for 5 hours. If the lecture is a weekday lecture, weekday lectures are generally there for full-time students, and weekend lecture is generally there for working professionals. Question banks will be given, recordings will be given for all the 24 classes. Mock tests are conducted, discussions are there, doubt solving forum is available. We have a dedicated forum wherein you can ask your queries and the tutors will be replying to those queries within 24 business hours. Crash course is also there so that you can just revise things which has been covered in 120 normal hours. You can cover it within approximately 30 to 35% time as a crash course. EduPristine is the largest oldest authorized training provider for CFA. We have a soft skill and placement assistance, strong online as well as offline network. Nowadays, the classes are being conducted online because of the COVID-19 guidelines. Otherwise, we'll be once again launching our classroom-based lectures. The content is comprehensive and regularly updated. The batch size is very limited to 25 to 30 students. We don't keep a very high number of students in one particular batch so as to give individual attention to the students. The faculties are industry experts. Either they themselves are qualified CFAs. Flexibility, 1 year validity for the training, and along with the LMS access for all the materials. So everything, lectures, recorded lectures, mock test, question bank will be available for you for a period of 1 year after you enroll for the session at EduPristine. Soft skill training, like I said, you need, after qualifying with CFA program, you need a proper soft skill training, communication skills, mock interviews, everything will be done by our expert counselors at EduPristine. We have a dedicated email ID, care@edupristine.com. You can write down your feedbacks with respect to faculty, content, infrastructure, anything. You will be getting a reply within 24 hours once again. We conduct regular, frequent seminars and webinars so as to ensure that any updates or amendments are given to the students at any point of time. Once again, LMS wala maine bataya that we have a concept of LMS. Through this learning management system, you can refer to the recordings, you can get the study material, etc. The average student rating for faculty is around 4.73 to 5. We have certified and experienced professionals. Regular feedbacks are taken from the students with respect to faculty. Resume building, interview preparation, placement lead, everything is covered in depth from scratch. That means we are not just dedicated for CFA courses, CFA curriculum. We are going to give you allied help in resume building, interview preparation, and placements as well. Once again, some Fortune 500 companies where you are going to work after qualifying as a CFA member. Some testimonials which you can read. Till the time I will be clarifying your doubts, which is the best course between CFA or CA, how to choose. Once again, both the courses are very different from each other. In CA course, you will be learning financial management, but CA course focuses more on accountancy, focuses more on taxation, direct tax, indirect tax, law, everything will be taught to you in the CA course. This is as against CFA course, which is a complete finance based course. So that depends whether you want to enter into the CFA background or you want to enter into the CA background. There are people who do both. After qualifying CA, they go for CFA. Once again, CA plus CFA is a very good combination. It's a very good combo, which generally employers in the practical life recognize, especially in India. What is the cost involved in the course? Is there a scholarship available? Yes, you can opt for a scholarship. I would request you to go to Google, search for the CFA Institute scholarship. If you are eligible, the cost can go down significantly. Do we need to renew the charter? Yes, we need to renew the charter on an annual basis. You need to pay the membership fees to the CFA Institute to renew the charter. Any work experience requirement? Like I said, 36 months of work experience, qualifying into 400 hours is required to qualify to get the CFA charter holder. But for giving the examination, no work ex is required. A fresh graduate can start with the CFA course without doing anything else. How do I get started? If you are ready to earn the most respected investment credential in the world, then enroll for the CFA program and register for CFA Level 1 exam today. So basically, in the investment domain, in the investment world, CFA is considered as one of the most respected program. And therefore, if you want to get into the investment world, if you have made up your mind that you have to enter into the investment world and finance as a domain, then definitely CFA is the course for you. Payment mode, we accept online payment, NEFT, check, Paytm, all sorts of payment. The total cost with respect to CFA Institute, I have already said it will be around $1,450 or $1,150 depending on the time within which you book your exams. The cost or the fees taken by EduPristine for this, our counselors will be coordinating with you guys within 24 hours. They will be contacting you. They will be taking the things forward for you guys. And regarding CFA exam payment, so this is something I have already covered, $1,150 or $1,450. If you plan to give Feb 2022, I would suggest do the registration as soon as possible. It takes time to complete the registration process as well. So jitna jaldi ho sake karo before 10th of August so that you can save $300, translating to around 25 to 28,000 rupees. Mode of payment for exam fees. Exam fees can be paid only through international debit or credit card. Will only level 1-2 will make impact for moving to core investments. I'm working in operations as third party to client for MNC. Will only level 1 and 2. See, this is like when you have a proper qualification in place, you will be able to command a change of job profile in front of your employer. If you are into some job profile like you are in operations right now, you want to change it without relevant work experience, even your employer will be in two minds before changing your job profile. So when you have a proper qualification in place, you can switch jobs or you can switch the departments very easily. Any other questions you have with respect to the course, let me know. You can just take this contact number, you can take this email ID and contact us for future discussions. If you have any of the queries after the end of the session, you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. You can search for my profile on LinkedIn in the name of CA Karan Agarwal. What about the exam window? अरे बताया तो है. For 2022 examination, the exam window, level 1, Feb, May, August and November. Level 2, Feb and August. Level 3, May and November. Do you guys want my LinkedIn profile? So I can just send you the link for the LinkedIn profile. Till the time, if there are any other queries, just let me know. Guys, I have shared my email ID as well as my LinkedIn profile. You can connect with me on LinkedIn for any further queries. If there are no queries, relevant work experience, the work experience needs to be there in the field of investment decision making. Any other work experience will not be counted for 36 months. Would you advise pursuing CFP along with CFA or just the latter? I would advise just go for CFA, not for CFP. It is like qualifying the best with the best qualification and then doing BCom. तो अगर तुमने already कुछ कर लिया है, which is better than CFP, it makes no sense to start with CFA. Sorry, it makes no sense to start with CFP after CFA. So don't keep on collecting degrees and certificates. It will make no sense and will not do any sort of value additions in your profile. Rather, start collecting skills which is required in the practical life, which will help you command a premium in the market. That is all from my side. I hope I was able to clear all your queries. Since there are no more questions, I think we can close for the day. Yes, thank you so much. That's it. Bye-bye. Happy weekend. Stay safe, stay at home, and bye-bye. That's me.